What's up, everybody? Welcome to the stream. Yes, you can see my face. It's here. My angle is a little off too. I just mounted one of my monitors, like the main monitor. So my angle's a little off right now. I still gotta mount the other two, but I started looking at like what time it was, and I had to go to the store to get more hardware parts and all that kind of stuff. It just kind of is what it is at this point. I'm gonna get hopefully the rest of it done mañana. We'll see what happens with that. But hi, welcome. Oh, there he is! There is the little man! Oh goodness! Hold on. 1, 2, 3. Hello. But there is the little man. Oh, he's sitting. Oh, there it is. There it is. The motions and welcome. Your motion and welcome is so adorable. Oh, he's gone. He's wandered off. Same. So we're gonna try to bust through this as quickly as possible, guys. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 quests to do, and then we will get the trial, the Voidcast Deus. I was about to say, it's one that not many people like at the moment. Because a lot of people don't know what they're doing. Myself included! Anyway. I was really hoping this was voice acted. Anabesius?
It was, one of them. It wasn't Anna, it wasn't the Anabesioses, it was before that.
I got you. Here's hope. Anyway, let's go. PK Thunder, allow me to personally thank you for your assistance during the recent Voidset incursion. Your actions saved many. What brings you here today? Pray forgive us for not sending word in advance, Commander, but we seek your cooperation in a matter of great import. Explains in vivid detail what we need done. Also, you guys are gonna notice the timer in the bottom corner. I apologize in advance. I spent an hour trying to fix it, and then I realized what's wrong. For whatever reason, it doesn't like the number 10. So it's supposed to say 10 days, 7 hours, 57 minutes, 45 seconds. And it doesn't. It says 0 days, 7 hours, 57 minutes, 38 seconds. For whatever godforsaken reason. It just doesn't like the number 10. So that's where we're at. Hopefully it goes down to 9 and says 9 days left, but we'll see once we get there. We'll know by tomorrow. Is pretty much what that's gonna be. Well, for whatever reason, it doesn't like 10. It was on 20s. It liked the 20s. It liked the 30s. It was fine with all that, but I could change it to hours, and it would be like 200 and some hours. But I was like, no, I really like it being on days. I like that. So I don't know. But it is what it is. Indeed, we appreciate you consulting with us instead of taking unilateral action. 'Tis no simple matter to activate the Tower of Babel, and I speak not only for the technological challenges. Personally, I think we must consider the emotional impact of such an action above all else. Pending a more official name, we refer to those who remain here as the Garlean community. As you would expect, they are predominantly native Garleans, most of whom are uncomfortable with ethereal manipulation. To compound matters, the trauma inflicted by Anima is still fresh. If the tower were to suddenly light up again, it is to cause distress and reopen old wounds. Better that than facing a mass invasion by Golbez and his void-sent hordes, surely. Of course, we acknowledge the gravity of the situation, as well as the promised bloodshed should we fail to act. Demi! I know you want to play, but why you gotta squeak it? Go somewhere. Please. I love you. Jimmy. Take this in the other room. Okay? Go play with your toy in the other room. Yeah, even were we to convey your warning to the public, many simply do not understand the workings of magic or the rift. They will struggle to comprehend why they must be forced to relive personal horrors for the sake of something they cannot imagine. What's there to imagine? Haven't these people seen Voidsent with their own eyes? Let us suppose you encounter someone who is freezing in this cold. A natural thing to do might be to make them a fire, yes? But what if that person's sole experience with fire was being badly burned by it, and they harbored an acute fear? Despite the benefits, nay, the necessity of the warmth you offer, they may flee on instinct, or worse, misinterpret your actions for aggression and lash out. So like the fire that torments this individual, the Tower of Babel torments the people of Garlemald. Yet we cannot afford to falter here. We must find a way to help them overcome their fear. I agree. To that end, the contingent will assist however we can. We should speak with Alphinaud and Alize. With the rapport they have established with the Garlean people, I dare say they can provide us with valuable insight. In the meantime, Oriange, might I ask that you remain here to oversee the technical aspects of the tower's activation? I can fly. I don't need to fly when I can teleport. Soon as I figure out where I'm going. Right there. Alphinaud. I am glad to see you, PK Thunder. Vricha has explained our present dilemma. 'Tis no unfounded concern that the Garleans might take poorly to the reactivation of the Tower of Babel. That's putting it mildly. Many would be up in arms over it. Give me. Tits. That's fine. I did that. 14 had on. That's putting it mildly. Many would be up in arms over it. Trust in the Ilsabar contingent is fragile enough. We need to tread lightly, or we risk jeopardizing everything we've achieved. Trust. Again. Well, it seems to me there's not for it but to speak with the people. Rather than harping on about the necessity of the plan, we need to lend an ear to the concerns. Then perhaps we can begin working towards a compromise. In that case, I'll take you to meet with the community leaders. They're at a station called Senatus near the Senecon Imperialis. I would be honored to speak with them, though it would be prudent to learn where people elsewhere stand as well. But that I will leave to the others. Save Zero, might you accompany me? I'm sure those in Tapper's Den will have their own opinions, Alphinaud, if I may drag you along. Tertium, we leave to you. You are no stranger to these people here, so it should take little prodding to convince them to speak freely. Then it's settled. Once you've learned what you can, let's all meet in Forum Solius, where we'll have what I hope is a productive discussion. Negative. We're gonna do our own thing. We're just gonna turn on the tower and fuck everybody else. When they freak out about it, they can deal with it. I guess it's probably not for the best. Let's see. Activate the Tower of Babel. Are you out of your mind? That abomination transformed my friends and family into monsters. I can't even bear to look at it whenever I step outside. If you want to do something for us, tear that bloody thing down. Oh, lordy, this is already off to a wonderful start. The tower isn't right, I tell you. All those magics. Years ago, when I lived in the provinces, the locals raised our village to the ground with the stuff. Made things appear and disappear and fly and burn. Can still see it when I close my eyes. please. You've done us a good turn, dear, but let's not talk about that tower any longer. It's unnatural. This dude has the chair mount, and like, and he's a rogue, and look at it, look how he sits. He's got chocobo slippers, but he's just chilling.
Yeah, he looks like he's ready to use that chair to whip the shit out of somebody.
Out of somebody, for sure. No, stop it. The tower is evil. It'll turn us all evil. I don't want to hear it. Leave me alone. Well, what's about to be more evil is I'm going to go do it anyway and save you all from certain doom, and then you never have to see me again. Okay, bye. Contemplative citizen. The Tower of Babel. But what's it got to do with Voidset? I can't say I understand. Still, your people have done much and more for us Guardians. If you say it's necessary, then that's good enough for me. Well, we got one dude that just got his head on straight, I guess. Whatever its present state, the Imperial Palace was once the pride of Garlemald. I mean no disrespect to you and yours, but shouldn't the Garlean people be its caretakers instead of foreigners? Though if we dared speak thus to some of the contingent, they might make assumptions. Cut our rations, or worse. No, forget I said anything, please. Mauna, let's go. There's still only a couple places that I can't fly in. Ulysses is on his way with the others. I hope you found the people more receptive than we did. I found one. Let me lay down. Go lay down. Is under your mag. Present to you, Lords Gnaeus and Metius, magistrates of our political council. They have been spearheading the efforts to establish a new system of government here. When we raised the subject of the Tower of Babel, they insisted that we speak no further until joined by representatives of the Ilsebard contingent. I see Alphanon and Alize have yet to arrive, though, so perhaps we should wait. It doesn't matter if only some of you are present. We simply wish to make one thing perfectly clear. The tower is the manifestation of Garlean ingenuity and authority. It was once the abode of the imperial family, and it will forever bear tremendous cultural significance. It is insulting enough that we have had to suffer foreigners occupying it under the guise of rendering aid, and now you propose reactivating it. Nay, we have had enough. The Garlemald of old may have fallen, but she fell in civil war to her own people, not to Eorzea nor any other land. We came here to assert our unequivocal claim to our territory. Garlemald, and all that lies within her bounds, is beholden to no one. Well, that's why we came to ask you to use it, instead of just using it, because it's not like you could stop me anyway. Ah! Bring it, bitch! I'll fuck you up. Anyway. No, don't talk to Zero. God damn it. Since their excellencies are resolved to negotiate with the contingent, I will escort them to Tertium. I'll also instruct Alphanon and Alize to meet us there. Lord Medius, Lord Gnaeus, by your leave, my comrades and I would speak with the residents of Senatus. Though the Ilsebard contingent holds the Tower of Babel, it is I who wishes for it to be reactivated, and thus I think it meet that I be present for the discussion. Yet my understanding of your people's hardships, of their hopes and desires, of their dreams of the future is sorely lacking. In my ignorance, I would struggle to contribute. Lest you worry, I will not plead our case to the community in your absence. I wish only to identify common ground, one which we might build a relationship that sees us overcome our differences. Very well, but know that the guards will not hesitate to escort you from the premises should they judge your actions to be inappropriate. If it's settled, then you should all head to Senatus. I'll join you there as soon as I see their excellency safely to Tertium. Ugh. It's like when you tell people, hey, you know, we just saved the world. We prevented all of you from becoming mindless creatures. You should just let us do what we need to do to save you again. And they still be like, no, fuck you.
They really haven't done anything to help their own cause, but
I mean, we're keeping them alive at the moment. Sure, they have cerulean, but they have no food.
yeah.
They'll be warm as they starve to death.
Oh, nice.
Right. Here it is, Senatus, a temporary refuge for political dignitaries, hence the tight security. I am given to understand that outsiders are not normally permitted so much as a glimpse inside. We should consider ourselves fortunate to be given this opportunity. I hope it will be worth the trouble. As do I, Zero. As do I. Enter Senatus? Yes. I love how it's literally a copy paste of Tertium with like different objects in here, but it's literally train station. To begin, I propose we split up and ask the residents of their views on the Ilsabar contingent and the current state of affairs. We would also do well to learn more about the Enclave itself. Should you observe anything of note, pray keep it in mind. It is through open hearts and open minds that I believe we may yet convince the leaders to work with us for the greater good. More talking. Pile of crates. A stockpile of assorted supplies bears markings indicating they were provided by the Ilsabard contingent. The Enclave is clearly reliant upon the Alliance for aid. Facts right there. Boom, boom. That's what all you gotta say. Hey, look. The Ilsabard contingent is not about to condemn the world to ruin after we just saved it. You are completely reliant on the Ilsapard contingent for supplies. Let us save the world, or we'll leave you. We are gonna go do what we need to do anyway without your permission, and then the Ilsapard contingent's gonna pull out and take their supplies with them. Easy enough. That's my democratic solution for you.
There you go.
Anyway, you recognize a large cast as the very same you and your comrades used to transport ceruleum from Lapis Manalis. Why they are in Senatus is unclear. And you stole the supplies that we procured. That you wouldn't have been able to procure without us. You want to know what I think? I'm a soldier. I try not to think about politics at all. I'll say this much. Our leaders labor to preserve our culture, our way of life. What remains of it, at any rate. I trust them to do what's best for Garlemald. Well, Garlemald's about to go down the drain in a minute. Actually, I kind of already did, but you know.
There's like a little part of me that's like, fuck it, you guys don't want to let us have it? Fine, we'll occupy Garlemald like Garlemald's been occupying a bunch of territories.
And we're gonna enslave all of you like you've been enslaving all of us.
Because you guys sure as hell can't stop us. You're in shambles.
Right. How do I feel about the contingent? Conflicted, to say the least. I've been tasked with the distribution of supplies, and I know as well as any that we couldn't survive without outside aid. Be that as it may, even though the Empire has collapsed, we have our pride. People don't want to be beholden to others forever, and there's no denying that it chafes to see our benefactors occupying the Imperial Palace. Alright, I think I already know what's gonna happen. I think I already remember what's gonna happen. We're gonna give up the palace on the condition that we can use the tower. I think that's what we end up doing. I can't remember offhand though. Pretty sure that's what happens. Like I said, I just can't remember off the top of my head. It's been so long since I've done this part of MSQ. Finished touring the Enclave, have you? What were you able to learn? They are completely reliant on us. Much the same for me then. They accept the contingent's help out of necessity and harbor a measure of resentment. They have only themselves to blame. If they don't like the bargain, they should reject it. How many times must I tell you? It's absolutely out of the question. Oh, what's going on now? Let's go see what's going on. I like how me and Varshan were running, and Zero just kind of walks.
Yeah, what the hell is Zero gonna do?
What's going on? We were wondering the very same. We came running when we heard shouting. Is that the matter? No, I was trying to explain. Mayhap you can clear this up. The contingent has made a reasonable request, but this man insists that it is impossible. It concerns the Magitech weapons which run rampant throughout Regio Urbanissima. Every time we deliver supplies here, we have to dispatch extra men to defend against potential attacks. To address the issue once and for all, we've proposed the elimination of all machina that loiter near the supply route. But you heard him. They refuse to even consider it. The magistrates have already spoken on this matter. Rampant or no, those war machina are Garlean assets. Furthermore, who is to say they are as dangerous as you attest? It has been suggested that this could be a pretense to scavenge Magitech materials for your own ends. I know not that if that is the case, but the fact remains, we cannot allow you to destroy them. More speculation by the magistrates, I presume. Ridiculous, but they have spoken, and unless we want to inflame tensions further, there's naught we can do. I know the best solution for that situation. I already know it. How complicated relations become when not grounded in clear and equitable arrangement. So this is what you should do. Stop dispatching supplies. Say if you want your supplies, you have to come and get them. And when they start dying because their own war machina is killing them, then they'll maybe listen to reason. When they run out of people. Easy fix. Easy fix. An equitable arrangement, of course. Well, do I understand the difficulty of your position? As a soldier, you must do your duty and obey your superiors. I have an idea, but I must first speak with Commander Lucia. May I take charge of this matter? By all means. Let us return to Camp Broken Glass, where we might discuss a solution I believe will satisfy all parties. And the best solution. Make them do it themselves. Make them do everything themselves.
Just get the hell out.
Facts. That's the best solution. Be like, look, listen, we're not asking you for much. We don't plan on staying here forever. Like, we're here to make sure that y'all are on your feet, and then we're gone. Like, that's the plan. But y'all don't want us here? That's fine. That's fine. Y'all are pissy about it? That's fine. We're gonna leave. We're gonna take our shit with us. Have a nice day. Oh, by the way, before we leave, we will be using the tower because you can't stop us. And we're gonna save you. So fuck you. Bye. And just do your job. If it wasn't, if we had another Tower of Babel laying around somewhere, we'd use that instead, but we don't.
I mean, we do have the Tower of Zod.
No, it's gone.
Oh, that's...
And the Tower of Zod just siphoned Aether. It didn't transport it to the moon. Welcome back, all of you. I pray you have been... I pray there have been positive developments in your efforts to appeal to the Garlean community. Mayhap not yet, but there is a method by which I believe all stand to gain. As Satrap, I intend to propose a trade arrangement between Razatan and the people of Garlemald. Please continue. The people of this nation have lived through its collapse and more. They have chosen to remain, for it is their home. That they have been able to survive thus far is thanks to the Ilsbar contingent, or rather, in less flattering terms, they are entirely at your mercy. Despite your noble intentions, this one-sided relationship has fueled feelings of frustration and resentment. 'Tis no surprise then that some Garleans are loath to engage with foreigners, for fear of indebting themselves further or surrendering more of their already limited autonomy. That is why I wish to present them with an equitable arrangement, one that would restore them to a sense of agency after having been forced to rely upon charity. Easier said than done. What exactly do you have in mind? Long have Garlemald and Razadhan abided by a treaty of non-interference. Freely have we traded with one another, and I wish but to continue in this tradition. We would provide your people with such supplies as you require, in return for which you will grant us leave to use the Tower of Babel as well as share your Magitech resources and expertise. As we become more reliant upon your technologies, we will of course require more ceruleum to fuel them. This you possess in abundance, and for it you will be duly compensated. Razadhan's culture will be enriched by your Magitech wonders, and our ever-increasing demand for your wares will see Garlemald grow wealthy and prosperous. Only when both sides keep the interests of the other in mind can an equitable relationship be forged. 'Tis a principle I once thought I understood, but have come to appreciate all the more in recent days, thanks to the sage counsel of a friend from beyond the rift. Your Excellency, thank you for your careful consideration of Garlemald's future. Though I cannot speak for every Garlean, I myself see no reason to object to your proposal. Indeed, if Razadhan were to take the initiative, other nations may follow suit and seek to normalize trade relations with us. If you see the sense in my proposal, then I ask you to join me in the negotiations at Tertium. Your support may be instrumental in winning over the Lord Neus and Metius. By all means, go with them. I have matters well in hand. I have learned all that I may regarding the tower's operation. So too shall hie me to Tertium. Everyone's going to Tertium without me. I probably gotta go back. Yes, I do. Oh lordy! What mission am I doing? The phone. I'm about to turn this one in, so 4. A crowd you may have brought, but numbers will not intimidate us. The Tower of Babel is ours by rights, and nothing you do will convince us otherwise. Rest assured, it is not our intent to infringe upon the rights of the people of Garlemald. Let us instead discuss the future. As the satrap of Razadhan, I wish to establish a new trade agreement between our nations. Explains what he already explained to us. The aid we presently receive will not last forever, my lords. Sooner or later, we must stand on our own 2 feet. But to do so, we must secure a means to replenish our coffers, and the proposed agreement presents a rare opportunity. Just true, we do not want for Magitech and ceruleum, and foreign currency will be needed to procure such things as we lack. It would depend on the precise terms, but I can see the merits. What? I cannot believe what I'm hearing. You serve the Emperor, were a proud patriot, yet now you entertain selling national resources like a common merchant? Like you, I weep for what we have lost, but if we are to rebuild Garlemald, we must make use of what precious few assets remain to us. Nonsense, utter nonsense. You are a traitor, Neus, and there will be a reckoning. Oh yes, when the people of Senatus learn of this, they will cry out for your blood. Lord Mateus, wait. It isn't safe out there. Let him go by himself. Let him get fucking mauled. By his own Magitech. No, stop talking to Zero. God damn. It's far too dangerous for a civilian to be outside alone. We must go after Lord Medius. Let us leave matters here in Maximov's care while the rest of us join in the search. If Lord Medius is bound for Senatus, we may be able to catch up to him in Regio Urbanissima. I pray he has not come to any harm. Hopefully he's missing it. That would be wonderful. It's the downside to people who feel like they are just like, oh, you know, having pride for one's nation and country is fantastic. Like, don't get me wrong, like that's a noble thing to have. But you have to have it within reason, my guy. Like, your nation doesn't exist at the moment. Like, you are literally 110% reliant on outsiders. And we offered you a solution to no longer be reliant on outsiders forever. No, he's already on the ground. He's dying. Yay! I'm alive. Yes. And, who do you have to thank for that, huh?
Praise the sisters, you are safe.
Don't think I'm indebted to you. I never asked for your help.
You love Garlemald dearly, Lord Metius. That much is plain. But you're not alone in that. We all mourn what has become of our homeland. Bristle at having to rely upon outsiders simply to survive the cold. Even now, I struggle with fear and uncertainty. Day after day, I ask myself, what is right? Where do we go from here? I've yet to find the answers. But I won't stop looking nonetheless, and I won't avert my gaze from our grim reality.
Is there hope for us?
Aye, so long as we live. Garlemald lies in ruins, but the bonds between us will never be broken. We are the chain that connects generations past and future. You and I, it's links. Help us, Lord Metius, for all we have been and for what we may yet become.
To be lectured by the younger, it ill becomes a man of my station.
You wouldn't have to be lectured by the young.
I will rejoin the talks at Tertium. Might I trouble you to escort me? Ere we part, I apologize for my discourtesy. I owe you my life, and I thank you.
Ulyss, wait. I'd like...
Oh, shit. Ulyss 0.
With you as well. I'm to stay close, after all.
Worry not, we shall see the magistrates safely back to Tertium.
What is it?
You bound that man with trust, didn't you? That's why he did not require coercion to return.
He's like, don't look at me.
Shall we walk, perhaps? Chilly, standing around here. So that's how Zero came to join you. Still, I'm not sure I'm qualified to explain something like trust. I wouldn't describe myself as a sociable person. Before all this, any free time I had, I spent looking after my brother and sister. As for the Magistrate, I only told him what's been on my mind of late. But I wouldn't have done so, I think, if it weren't for the twins' influence. Trust is infectious, in a manner of speaking. When someone believes in you, it makes you want to believe in them, in others, in yourself. Perhaps it's because the Magistrate felt that earnestness that he gave us a chance. As I did, after I was caught trying to steal provisions from the enemy. Trust comes easy in such company.
Little wonder my world is devoid of it. No one trusts in you, and so you trust in no one. And during the Contra Memoria, we had already come to judge one another based on strength and usefulness. You either used or were used. Those who rejected this rule didn't survive. My mother wanted to save the world, to fulfill the hopes of Memoria's good and true. After she died, I carried on her mission alone.
Alone? Didn't you have anyone to help you?
Almost. 2 men tried just the once. A swordsman and a mage, whom I met when passing through a village. They had saved the people there from corrupted Memoriates. When they learned our enemies were the same, they seemed heartened. They claimed to be soldiers of a kingdom called Baron, and were traveling the realm in search for means to end the Contra Memoria. They invited me to join them. I refused. How could I not, having learned the lessons of my world? Those who would work with others always have their own motives. I would not place myself at their mercy. I would not... I expected some manner of outburst, some show of frustration at having failed to deceive me. But they simply watched me walk away. I didn't know what to make of it then, but now... Perhaps they shared a bond of trust. Perhaps they were the last ones left who dared. Perhaps they hoped I was like them too. Perhaps it was just an offer, and nothing more. I continued fighting alone. But ultimately I was undone, overwhelmed by enemies that had banded together. I was cold, in pain, wishing desperately that someone would save me. And as I lay there in solitude, I felt it happen. The breaking of our world. Darkness washed over me. and I was swept into the rift. When I finally managed to return, it was to a world forever transformed. My home, now filled with abominations. I had a chance to learn about trust, and forsook it. I never had the power to save my home single-handed. I should have accepted their invitation. Had I joined them as I've joined you, I might not have had to face the end of the world alone. But it's all history now. No amount of reflection or regret will change our present reality.
Whatever may have happened in the past, you're still here, Zero. Alive. So long as you're alive, there will always be hope, no matter how bad things get. What you couldn't do yesterday, you might still do today. Think about it. It's plain that you've forged bonds with those around you. If you didn't feel that in some sense, would you have risked your life as you did for a meager ration of boots? I trust you too, for what it's worth.
Here it is again. The fire that burned in my breast when you came to my rescue. The urge to weep, though there is no sorrow. If this is trust, then what must I do? How do I answer it?
However you like.
Give me your hand. It's not something you do constantly, mind. A friend is a friend regardless.
A friend. Someone you trust.
Surprised she's not sitting there like, and how long do I hold your hand for? Thank you, I feel. At last, though, I found answers. I saw it, and I owe it all to you and Euless. Right then, I expect the others already arrived back at Tertium. We should join them. Just with 3! Where's Alpha and Alley's at? Aren't they supposed to be meeting us here at some point too? Full glad am I to see everyone return, and none the worse for wear. Various representatives of the Garlean community are gathered here at this very moment. I dare say this is a fine opportunity to announce the trade agreement. You've read the memorandum. I trust you find the terms acceptable. I do. Aeneas, I pray you forgive me my disgraceful conduct earlier. I am ashamed not only of my behavior, but of placing the burden of negotiations solely on your shoulders in my absence. Oh, they're there. Okay, they're not dead. That's good. You should know that when we brought up the subject of the tower's reactivation, the people of the Tapper's Dens, reacted quite strongly. Once we explained that it would be to prevent another Void-sent invasion, however, they were more receptive. It's fair to say the recent episode is still fresh in their minds. I tagged along to deliver a supply of ceruleum. Have to say, I didn't expect to see such a large crowd. Even the stuffy Imperials who normally keep to themselves in Senatus are here. My friends and countrymen, lend me your ears. I am pleased to inform you all on this joyous occasion that we, the people of Garlemald, have entered into a trade agreement with Razatan. To inaugurate our accord, we intend to grant the individuals before you access to the Tower of Babel. In return, Razatan will provide us with supplies, which shall be equally distributed amongst the settlements of our nation. Let me be clear on one point. This is not an act of charity, but trade. A bargain struck between equals, rooted in trust and respect. And it marks a significant step towards rebuilding our nation and regaining true independence. Razatan holds Garlean technology and ingenuity in its highest esteem. It is my hope that through this agreement, our peoples will enjoy a mutually beneficial relationship for years to come. Now then, we bid you gather round to hear the particulars that you might convey them to those elsewhere. Oh, I thought the old lady was going to speak up and start spouting some nonsense. But the tower! The tower! So burdened by hardship and trauma were the people of Garlemald that they were unable to imagine a brighter future. To be recognized as equals, as a nation with something of value to offer to others, that validation alone is enough to rekindle their hope. 'Tis by virtue of this partnership that we may access the Tower of Babel, a rather timely development given the Aether Tank's impending arrival. Once the tower's stores have been replenished, we need but await your Stola's signal to channel the energy to the moon, yes? Then you can leave that and everything else on this end to me and Alphinaud. No need to worry. Devote all your energies to the mission in the void. As ever, I am in your debt. You are good friends? Lunar Rendezvous. 3 quests.
Let us take a moment to review matters as they stand.
Oh, voiceover. Yay!
Having procured sufficient stores of ether, we may now channel the requisite energy unto the moon via the Tower of Babel. Our work on the star is complete. However, we have yet to receive word from Ishtola as to the state of the lunar preparations.
A ritual to open the gate, and measures to forestall a void-sent invasion. Neither task is simple nor quickly completed. She would doubtless benefit from our assistance.
The very thing I was about to propose. Let us join her above and lend what aid we may.
I hate that that's like his go-to emote where he just does it.
Ere we set forth, however,
It's so
Ishtola did bid me relay a message to thee. As thou art well aware, a key objective of our mission is the extraction of thy sister Ashdaya from the Void. Held captive for millennia and divested of an eye, she is like to be severely weakened. To make good her escape, she shall require aid. Aid that is best provided by a fellow Great Worm.
You would have me go in my true form. Very well. Like our sire, we Great Worms are capable of traversing the Great Expanse. The journey will take some time, but I shall take myself to the moon.
He's like, I don't need a teleport, I'm a fly.
To begin with, I shall return this vessel to Radzadhan, that I may have both my eyes. And until such time as we find Ashdaya, I would entrust her eye to your keeping.
He's just walking around with a giant eyeball in his pocket.
Will you do this for me?
Dude's gotta have a bag of holding or something like that. There's no way he has something that big in his pocket.
We shall contact you via Link Pearl once all is in place on the moon. You need but follow Ishtola's instructions.
Understood. We'll be ready.
Take care, Zero.
It will be the briefest of homecomings. I'll be back before you know it.
In mare elementorum, then. Go well.
Teleportation, mare elementorum. Oh, I can't fly here. Yeah, you can. I can. Good. Let's get kind of.
I took the liberty of informing Ishtola of our arrival. She and her entourage should be here momentarily.
Forgive me. I'd hoped to have everything in order sooner. My thanks for the extra hands.
Alphino and Alice stand ready at the Tower of Babel. Vritra is also en route.
Excellent. You've done well, all of you. For my part, I've managed to prepare the ritual with help from the Watcher. All that remains is to channel the ether from below. This should, I pray, open a gate leading to the moon of the 13th.
May I just say how excited we are to be a part of this grand undertaking. The development of the artificial Atomos was one thing, but this is an opportunity like no other. Ishtola even managed to get a loan of elegant treatises on void sense summoning from the prized collection of the Sons of Saint Koinak. The Empire's application of etherochemistry in regulating void gates provided us with many a useful insight for our work, let me tell you.
I asked a favor of Grahatir when we were comparing notes on cross-rift travel. Given his credentials, I was confident he wouldn't be denied. The knowledge of our forebears has brought us far, as has our own. And with our knowledge and resources, we shall construct a void-sent containment seal on a heretofore unseen scale.
Containment seal? Then thou wouldst make use of...
Aye, a tried and tested means of holding dark entities at bay is readily available here. 'Twould be remiss of us not to employ it. We shall reforge the brands that Xenos and Fandaniel destroyed. That which held even Zodiark shall more than suffice for void scent of any persuasion.
The Watcher is already hard at work, tending to the most critical parts of the brand's restoration. There are, however, a number of concerning factors that remain. With your help, I'm sure we can resolve them.
Time is of the essence, so I suggest we continue this discussion as we make our way to the brands.
To being done, guys. Now then, to the matter at hand. With the Watcher's assistance, we shall reforge each of Zodiark's brands, and use them to erect a barrier capable of repelling void scent. Yet, though we expect it to be effective against larger beings on account of its original purpose, there is a chance that it will allow lesser void scent to slip through. Therefore, we shall require a second line of defense, and I believe the Loperit supporters would be suitable for this purpose. Early on, JP gets under. The two of you have a strong rapport with our lunar allies. I would have you meet with Living Way and Best Way's Burrow and provide any assistance they require. I will join you. As a void scent, my knowledge may be of use. An excellent idea. In the meantime, the rest of us will see to reforging the brands. I will send word when we have finished. Pray do the same. Remind me, I need to prep a book starting Tuesday. So that
You mean tomorrow?
is tomorrow Tuesday, really? I don't know why I didn't think it was Tuesday. But yeah, so basically tomorrow, I got so much going on. I gotta take my unit to the shop to get the thermostat fixed because that thing was overheating. And then,
In this economy?
oh, bro. And then after that, I'm getting a tattoo. And then when that's done, I mean, I'll be able to help. Just depends on how long that takes. I mean, he said it should only take like 3 hours. Because it's a decent size. There's not as much to do as there was like with my Ganger one, all the intricate details and stuff. Not nearly as much to do, so this one took total, I did it in 2 sessions. The first session was outline and shading, and the second session was all the coloring. I think total, the Gengar one took between 5 and 6 hours. But it had a lot of, like I said, a lot of intricate stuff, a lot of shading and things. But we'll see. There you are. Your story has apprised me of your present undertaking. I understand that she wishes to deploy our pride and joy, the veritable carrots of our eye, are unrivaled combat supporters, as a precautionary measure in case the Voidsent containment seal of hers proves lacking. As we speak, my fellows are rounding up what units they can, and will bring them to the northeast corner in short order. Please wait here. Okay. You said wait here. Why is everybody walking away? You didn't say wait there. You said wait here. Lied to me, living way.
Dreadfully sorry to have kept you all waiting.
Voice acted.
Hello there, friends. A new person. Heard there was a bit of a rush, so we gathered what combat-ready supporters we had available.
Hello there, friends. And new person. And of course, there's Sleeping Way. Napping
A
Way.
welcome contribution.
His name is.
Thine initiative never ceaseth to amaze.
Oh, stop! You're making me blush. Though we have fulfilled the purpose given to us by Heidelin, aiding the people of Aetheris remains our greatest joy. So you can count on us, ever and always. Right, so, we originally deployed these supporters to patrol the moon and keep it safe. They've never tussled with Voidsent before, but with sufficient data, they ought to hold their own against the ghastly fiends. Practical, tactical data acquired in the moment, and who better to give the supporters an educational thrashing than the champion of Aetheris?
I believe I would make a better instructor. Not only have I fought Voidsent, I am one.
The other bunny's still sleeping. The fucking supporters ran off. He's still sleeping. Nope, he's awake.
Well, don't just stand there. Engage! 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 Engage!
You broke it.
That'll do, that'll do! A defeat's bitterer than the bitterest carrot. Using this experience, we must enhance the supporters and turn them into Voidsent slaughterbots! Indeed. Right after we've managed to put the poor dears back together.
Pray forgive our comrade's enthusiasm. May I inquire as to how long the repairs will take?
On an ordinary day, I'd say no less than 5 carrots briskly consumed. But if you were to provide us with encouragement... we just might be able to do it in 2.
Looking at Oriange. Provide them brisk encouragement.
This I leave to you.
Lopper's eyes twinkle with anticipation as they await your buoyant exhalation. To wit, They yearn for your rally. They yearn that you rally their spirits. Try and cheer rally. What? Engage, engage! Oh, sorry, I was in the midst of, forgive me. The sight of precision parts is strangely soothing and sleep-inducing, but I'll try to keep moving. Yawn. Somebody else is out here doing the same thing. Reaper, level 90. Oops, I didn't mean to talk to mapping, but that's my fault. What a marvelous feeling. There's nothing like wild gesticulations of encouragement to fire you up. Ooh, thank you very, very much. You don't know how uplifting it is to have your encouragement. Have you encouraging us. I mean, showing us the proper technique so we may keep our supporters operating at peak efficiency. With you cheering me on, I can do not less than my very best. My, everyone is in high spirits indeed. Thanks to your encouragement, we will have our supporters up and running again in no time at all. Pray attend to your remaining busy work and leave the deployment of our new and improved Void Sense slaughter bots to us.
Can you hear me? We've just finished restoring the brands. Let us reconvene once you've finished tending to matters there. The culmination of our efforts is nigh.
Red side of the moon. The brands are ready, I presume? Excellent. With the Loperists having deployed their supporters, we are ready to proceed. Let us rejoin your Stola post haste and prize open our gate unto the void. So it's called the red side of the moon, huh? 2 quests, guys, 2 quests. Thanks for seeing to the supporters. With this, all is in readiness for the ritual. First, I shall give the order to Alphinaud and Alisaie in the Tower of Babel to channel the Aether into the moon. Once we have amassed a sufficient amount of energy, Oriange and I shall begin our incantations to open a void gate. If all goes well, a tear will form in the fabric of reality, at which point you must activate the brands and put in place the containment seal. Understood. That is all. If there are no questions, let us begin. I've got a question. We're unleashing hell onto the moon, correct? Essentially.
Apologies for the wait. The preparations here are finally complete.
Excellent. The Tower 2 is activated. But give the word and we will begin channeling the ether.
Very well then. Make it so.
The moment of truth.
By the sisters!
Oriange, commence your invocations. 'Tis time to open our gate.
So, Y'shtola sees things she doesn't seem like normal people do. So she's got to be going blind again right now with that amount of ether.
Red Mage LB3 has entered the chat.
A tear is beginning to form. Quickly, activate the brands. Success. The gate is open, and the seal appears to be in place.
Let's see how well it holds.
Voids are beginning to come through.
What an enormous gate! Lord Golbez will be eager to hear of this. So this is the promised land. The land of boundless ether.
Electrocuted and fell right back through the void.
I dare say the seal doth serve its purpose.
And we just heard a roar. There he is, Vritra himself.
I see all proceedeth apace. Remarkable.
Indeed. Just this moment, a void scent emerged from the gate, by which we may safely assume it leads to the 13th.
It's incredible, Y'shtola. Truly incredible. Oh, what an honor it is to have been part of this historic achievement.
A part is an understatement. None of this would have been possible without you and yours. Our success has also served to solidify our understanding of cross-rift travel. The Ascians rejoined reflections to the source by instigating elemental imbalances. These imbalances weakened the barrier between realities, causing the ether of a reflection to flood the source. But why is it that reflections are predisposed to rejoin the source? Why have they never merged with one another?
Thou art suggesting there is a unique property inherent to the source, one responsible for such an outcome.
I am. 'Tis my conclusion that, as the point of origin for the reflections, the source has an innate pull over them. Hydaelyn, I believe, sought to suppress that pull, which is why she was created with the power of light, of stasis. Meanwhile, the power of darkness, of activity reigns in the void. Hydaelyn's influence would naturally be weaker, and this manifested in the form of planar fissures. Working with this hypothesis, I set my sights upon where the pull was assessed to be strongest, and through our combined efforts, we succeeded in opening a gate to the void. Now, I must stress, it was because we sought the void that we succeeded. Pleased though I am to have my theory proven, the secrets of travel to other reflections still elude us. Even so, in the reality that lies beyond the 8th umbral calamity, there are those who found a way to reach the first. I will not rest until I do the same.
One step closer to fulfilling your dream, eh?
Just a step. Many more remain to be taken. Which further motivates me to forestall a void-sent invasion. So come, let us set forth, to find Ashdaya and put an end to Golbez's plot.
Climb upon my back. I shall take us to the gate.
I'm gonna give y'all a ride.
As we did discuss prior, I shall see the alchemists safely home, then together with the Loporrits maintain vigil over the gate.
May the sisters watch over and keep you safe.
I never realized that Breacher was like a greenish color.
Unto the void once more.
Bright light.
This is the moon of the 13th.
It is. Ever since the flood, it has been a sanguinary orb in the sky.
No void sent. A rather more subdued reception than I had anticipated.
But unsurprising, given how jealously Golbez conceals the location of his domain. Still, we must remain on guard. One of his minions came through the gate, after all, and more may lie in wait.
I do not sense my sister. Where could she be? Where?
Steady, Vritra. We've barely arrived. Let us explore our surrounds before drawing conclusions.
Yes, thou art right. I shall survey the moon from above. The ground I leave to you all.
Can we mount on the moon?
No, you cannot.
That's some bullshit. Some baby back bullshit. You just told me I couldn't do it, and I just tried to anyway.
Well, you had to prove it. You had to prove it, right? For the chat, stream.
I just don't think it clicked, so I was just like, whatever, I'm just gonna mount anyway. The surface of the moon is a grim shade of crimson, the consequence of the flood of darkness, perhaps. Of course, I don't have Peloton, I don't have ninja speed, I don't have nothing. Welcome to the monk class. Back in the day, monks' riddle of wind was literally for movement speed. It was just for them. It wasn't like group wide or nothing. So basically, it gave them the same thing as ninja. It was actually a skill instead of a trait. No matter how you strain your eyes, you spy no signs of life. In all directions extends a desolate waste without end. 3 seconds, 2, 1, Brandon! You hold your breath in an attempt to catch the faintest noise. Save for the sounds of your comrades, there is nothing. So far, you have failed to find any clues as to Ashai's whereabouts. Perhaps Zero has noticed something you missed. There's a crater down below.
The chasm has caught your attention as well. There's some manner of structure below. Worth a look, wouldn't you say?
I too sense something here. This pit much resembles the cradle of darkness on our moon, where Zodiac was once imprisoned. If this place serves the same function, then a fragment of his power must have been sealed in the depths. Strange, though. When Zodiac perished in the source, I presumed that every aspect of him was thus unmade, and his power scattered, but it's unmistakable. The darkness that permeates this abyss. Could a trace of him yet remain? Or is it something else?
I hear thee, sister. I hear thee. Climb on, my friends. Astaya is here, within this chasm.
You were entrusted with Ajdaya's eye, were you not?
How?
Oh, Waghom
Wherefore art thou here?
Li Tao An King sees.
Tis thee
Yes, is on inf. Wan ik has in on.
but I am here to let us return home together.
Seth es lis,
The thought
na
fills me with joy,
fes
because I fear
on,
I cannot be,
ner
not even
no
with the dragon's
re
might can
a,
the chains be broken.
esk es,
For they are
inesh
forged of the very bones of
igor
men named
a.
Golbez.
So this is indeed Golbez's domain. Kis ar
Keep us company with mortals.
Es.
I do. There are my stalwart allies without whom I could not have come this far.
Sis?
Is that so?
Ask
Then
dear
once time has
aunt.
passed indeed.
For war,
I doubt the
Meradar, Iban,
hordes the men of Alag had unleashed on Mercidia.
Les I
Desperate to
Kol
save Tiamat, I
An,
flew into the lightless
Zdis
world, striking
Son
at the heart of the cloud of darkness' forces.
Kai
With
Ros
the voice that I slew returned again
K
and again, and before I knew
U
it,
K
the rift betwixt worlds had
Dis
closed.
An,
I was stranded,
Kai.
bereft of strength.
Nar Tal King in eyes.
A full many, sister.
Atan
They were
Entran.
harmony,
Esk
working side by side
Taian.
and forging enduring bonds.
Al Kor
Yes,
est.
in the course of searching
Hes
for
er
many
Ud Lar
a noble
An.
mortal with whom I
Esk
had
les
been in
Uda.
diversity.
Ses
The eye was
Razatan
shuddered,
Luan.
beautiful Razatan.
Snorson
Not rest
An.
until thou art free.
Ta Hes An Elgon Osk In,
He spoke and said,
Ses
"It
Kidir
is but a matter
In
of time
An,
before you turn.
Casta
But I have the power to
An,
stop it."
Sta In Es Katao
myself
Tai An,
An everlasting
Es
feast
An Stra In
who
Sor.
slept upon my aether over thousands of years.
What now, then? Does this great worm intend to remain a captive meal for all eternity, not daring to test her chains?
Ern El,
If such is thine
His
intent
head
at
In Ud,
encouraging, thou art as graceless as Nidhogg.
Kis
'Twas
Targo,
Golbez who did weave this spell,
Asrael
so his
Dis
defeat would serve to unravel
Sma
it.
Osk
Would it
In
suffice as to
Sis
show
An.
of spirit were I to reveal what I know of the villain?
Now there's a start. So, what can you tell us?
If you want to put
Asif Tar No
iterate
Gol
on
In.
and see who wants to come with. Mayhap in order to sustain the magic, he cannot travel far from this place. Say again?
I said I don't think we're gonna get a lot of bites.
I don't think so either, but you never know.
Do Es
He doth prefer to
Inesh
send wings to
Igor
carry out his will,
Sor,
but on occasion
Ka
will
Son
himself
Un
ascend to the
Mo
moon's
Go,
surface.
Scom
And every
Les
time without fail he will
An,
visit the same
Son
location
Du
to the south,
Orta
something of import might
Sis.
there, doubt not.
Well, you heard her. Shall we look into this spot near and dear to our enemy's heart?
Others have begun searching for clues. Let us do the same. I'll take charge of this area if you could take to the south. I wouldn't even among this. That was funny. If I wasn't stupid, I would. What does that mean? We timed out. Oh, bummer. Timed out on a raid. 90, oh, an hour and a half. God dang. It was glorious. Eden 12. What am I looking for? I didn't realize it was like a giant area. So not right there. A glint from beneath the rock catches your eye.
Did you find something? A memoria. But whose?
You have lied, pillaged, and murdered. Have you anything to say in your defense?
No. Every one of them got what they deserved. Trusting fools. Like you would-be heroes. Aye. You do well to keep a close eye on each other. It always ends the same way. A knife in the back. And better to have the handle towards your hand. You'll see. Oh, yes. You will.
In death, may your soul find salvation.
I can't bring myself to pray for the unrepentant. You're a nobler man than I.
Come now, we are all shaped by these dark times more than we care to admit. More than we would care to admit. I choose to believe that had these men known peace and plenty, they would not have been consumed by mistrust and avarice.
Victims of the Contra Memoria, then. Like so many others. But we will end it.
Thank you. I shudder to imagine what might have happened if you hadn't dealt with the Dark Ones.
Who's that?
Oh, her? She's like you, I hear. Hunts Memoriats taken by darkness.
Well, well. A kindred spirit. Perhaps we will finally have a new comrade.
It's the two people Zero talked to. That she just told us about.
No. I've no interest in working with others. Much less someone who looks as suspicious as you. If there's nothing else, I'll be on my way.
Even when we share the same goal, we can't overcome the mistrust. Such is the way of things, the wisdom of our era.
Only a precious few Memoriats remain who cling to the light. Would that we could have won her over.
We'll make do, old friend. We have accomplished much already, and another person may well have been more of a hindrance than help. Now then, our work here is finished. His Majesty has summoned us, so let us not delay. To Baron.
Had another vision of the past, did you? What? I was in it. It's them. The pair I met in that village. Which means the one sealed in this memoria is...
So, you have come. You, who would oppose our crusade.
Tranquil.
Sister.
You. I know you.
How much time does Nate have? Like 90 seconds?
Is that so? From the world before, I dare say. 'Tis impressive enough that you have managed to retain your mortal form. But to remember your past besides...
Yeah, just let him know I'm in the cutscene and I'm getting ready to unlock it. But he's got time.
But that is of no moment. You are the Memoriat who vanquished my minions. Correct.
And what if I am?
Then... I would bid you join me. As a child of our world and slave to the wheel, fight with me for the salvation of all our souls.
Fight with you? More like fight as your pawn. It isn't me you want, but my power. And if I don't obey, you'll bind me like you bound that dragon. But no more. I refuse to be bound ever again. I fight only for myself, and for those in whom I trust. My friends.
I see. A pity. It is for the dragon that you have come, yes? When first you appeared, I thought simply to remove a threat to our plan. Never did I imagine that you would reach this place and gift me a golden opportunity.
Speak plainly. Speak plainly, Goler. Or Jailer. I think that's how you spell jailer. Or say Jailer. G-O-G-A-O-L-E-R.
Long as it has been imprisoned, this dragon has grown feeble and weak, its spirit extinguished. Your coming has served to rekindle her forgotten hope. Her yearning to be free, to return home. That is the key to our deliverance.
The darkness is ravaging her. She's becoming a void scent.
Archer! Smash!
Rise, O Shadow Dragon, and obey! Kill him.
Keen, Frosk, nah.
Damn you!
Keep our guests occupied.
Reacher just got his ass kicked.
Save her, I beg thee. Save my sister.
Before darkness swallowed the world, I fought tirelessly in a war without end. The experience taught me to discern the strong, that dragon, and you.
When you want a 1v1, got you, Golbez.
Sometimes you can die.
Come, face me.
Rest assured, I need no invitation. I'm like, nah, I'm gonna fight 7 minutes, it's fine.
Accursed light. You, who have ever basked in its warmth, could never understand our envy, our agony. You will not deny us our release.
Quick bio, and then we'll do this. The Voidcast Days is now accessible. BRBs, guys. BR2Bs. buddy. Else? Not enough. I'm just saying.
Just put anyone else through. Anyone for Voidcast as if Nate's not already in the middle.
No, if I would have put anyone else, it might have made him sound like, oh, you don't want me to go?
Seems like last call for Voidcast is.
That's I guess.
A lot of folks are on that list, right?
The Shiro definitely would have came, yeah. Sorry, we're gonna rate him. Son of a bitch!
I was not prepared.
Well, then why'd you say ready quit? Then why'd you quit ready?
No, I was prepared, just not prepared for it to be ready. I mean, I kept minutes being like, oh, this is lovely, we're waiting. And then like, hi, welcome to my spot.
Compensate some Knights in Black. Golbez.
Expect no mercy. To destroy you, I shall bring my all to bear. Come, warriors from beyond the rift. If you would oppose our crusade, then come. But know that none shall deny us salvation. This place shall be your tomb.
Why are you hitting me?
I will free us from the wheel.
By accident.
Where my Rhine-kissed blades, I will suffer no obstacles. No matter the foe, I will stay the course. Let lightning surge!
Where are you going? Kill myself? What?
Such is your power.
Bro, he just slid.
Come forth, my servant of shadow. With abyssal dark and hero's blade, I bring my people liberation.
Hey, buddy, call yourself in. Give me enough time to eat my cookie. Let me eat my cookie. I'm dunking it. Hold on.
You shall know true terror! Dragon, hear me and obey! Crush them! Bathe them in black flame! My meteors will extinguish your light! A raging gale to rend you asunder! Look to the heavens for your doom!
Ooh, ooh!
You wretch!
Hey! Saw it too. Oh god!
Come forth, my servant of shadow! Let lightning surge!
He moved off of me. He moved off of me as I was stacking.
A raging gale to rend you asunder! Be gone!
This poor thing is dead. It's dead.
Dragon, hear me and obey! Look to the heavens for your doom! Where my rhyme-kicked blades! This place shall be your tomb!
I didn't even notice I had bone, okay? Oh, don't stand there.
Crush them!
I gotta take a bone again.
Render unto me your all! My meteors will extinguish your light! Let lightning surge!
GG's! We did
My
it! We did
power.
it! We did it! Yay!
I gotta play.
Even my blade. So, this is the limit of my defiance.
It is. No, he shrank. Somebody said fantastic name. I got 2 combinations. And I wasn't a healer or a tank.
Are you all right?
Oh, but he's not done yet.
What's happening?
That's exactly what he wanted.
At last, the moment is at hand.
Is it Golbez?
You may have bested me, but not quickly enough. Too late will you look to the chasm. You've won the battle, but I win the war.
Stop this. I beg of thee, let her go.
Darkness made manifest once abided in the depths of this abyss, until one day it dispersed in a haze of ether. In the absence of the great flow, that ether has nowhere to return. And so it has coalesced, giving rise to a mighty voidsent. Now feast. Feast upon this dragon and its ardent longing for home with it.
It's kind of a bummer, like, this whole time it was like, I just wanted to save his sister, and his sister's dead.
From the convergence of ancient and newborn, an entity without equal shall emerge, one who shall tear down the barrier between worlds. Upon you, who shall deliver us from eternal damnation, I bestow the name of a hero of Eld. Zeromus! Awaken!
Zeromus?
Oh, yeah, I did that fight yesterday. We wiped. Hey, Nate just reminded everybody that tomorrow's the day to pick up your cute, wondrous Tales book for Dawn Trail.
Good.
Just
No
so
matter
they
how
remember
powerful,
tomorrow's Tuesday.
a voidsent can be sealed in Memoria. Damn it. It's too strong.
Our warding scales may not hold. Not against a void scent born of Zodiac's ether.
We must retreat. Everyone to me. Or Ankin. Test na in an.
We made it back safely at least. Okay. Once we complete the quest we're about to do, we will have 10 quests remaining. In light of this development, that we escaped with our lives is an accomplishment unto itself. Would that we could have anticipated Azaya's yearning to return home could be manipulated in this fashion. Alas, we must now contend with a newborn voidsent, hell's-bent on breaching the rift. And one with such prodigious strength. Zeromus is unlike anything I've ever seen, so named for the ancient hero, as Golbez said, though none can say if there is even a sliver of truth to the legends. Perhaps Golbez chose it in the hopes that his champion will do that which no one could in the Contra Memoria, save the world. But a true hero would not damn another world to save his own. And we're not about to let that happen, but regardless, we need to regroup. Aye, loath I am to admit it, we are in no state to face a voidsent of Zeromus' might. Reacher, not least of all, in body and mind both, for now, let us return to Razakhan and take stock of the situation. Very well. Big Thunder, might I trouble you to head to Best Waste Burrows and appraise the Uriange of the situation? Why do I have to go tell him? Just use freaking link bro. The rest of us shall tend to Reacher's wounds before returning to Razakhan. Pray join us there. I'm gonna try to get the dungeon unlocked. That's the quest unlocks 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 quests. If I can get the dungeon unlocked, then that means tomorrow. Why am I trying to find teleport to Beastways Burrows? Then tomorrow, if we're able to get on, we can literally finish. Because all it'll be is dungeon, trial, quest. And that'll be it. She'll be Dunsky. PK Thunder's hour returned. I am pleased to say it hath been blessedly uneventful in your absence. But more importantly, what of your mission in the void? Heavens forfend that Azdaea should be used to birth a dread voidsent born of Zodiac's residual ether. Although we could not have predicted this outcome, there is one small mercy. The voidsent containment seal. As we employed the selfsame brands that once imprisoned Zodiac in its creation, the seal should serve to hinder Zeromus. Yet for how long, none can say, for our enemy's strength is unknowable. Whilst the barrier was erected in haste, thou shalt rejoin our comrades anon to deliberate measures, yes? Then I shall remain here to maintain my vigil over the seal. Should we observe signs of an impending incursion, rest assured I shall send word without delay. Go well, my friend. Am I going? Rise it on?
Yes. That was the one you couldn't accept. You already had the one to take you there.
And, which is fine, because Razahan's my free list. Yeah, I'm not worth just disregard LO. This is why I delete the Discord post after 30 seconds of reflection. You know what I still gotta finish? With Tintali?
The yokai, huh?
Yep. So basically, as soon as I finish Endwalker on this, I'm gonna be busting out fucking Fates. I gotta finish that because they're not gonna redo it for a long time. I've already missed the Dragon Quest one, which is fine, is what it is, because they said that's about to end too, I guess. I'm not even gonna worry about it. I just need to get the rest of the yokai stuff done, and then, yeah.
Do you remember Ciriato and Farfarello? The cowardly pair of Voidsent that dwelled in my domain? Ciriato devoured Farfarello, and in so doing he inherited an all-consuming fear of Barbariccia. For as you know, when a Voidsent is devoured, it doesn't simply cease to be. Its soul persists within the devourer, and when a Voidsent dies, all the souls that harbored may break free to become individual entities once more. That is to say, by defeating Zeromus, we may yet save Azdaja. And to make certain that we do, we must remind her of who she is. When the time comes, you must call to her. Call with all your being.
Thy words give me heart, Zero. Thou hast my gratitude.
Then it's settled. Our objective is to defeat Zeromus. While it is unsettling that a Voidsent could be born of Zodiac's ether, its very nature may render it susceptible to the brands that once contained him. Did Urianger have aught to say? I see. If the seal may not hold for long, then haste is paramount.
Couldn't we just let it come to the source and strike it down here?
Doing so would consign Azdaja's soul to the ethereal sea. Any attempt to ensure her survival demands that we deal with Zeromus in the 13th.
I could barely go near it. Never mind land a blow. So thick was the shroud of darkness. How do you propose we fight such a foe?
Simple. Against impenetrable darkness, we must wield resplendent light. And it just so happens, there is a world replete with light.
You want me to go to the first?
The question of how we will harness that light, you may leave to me. With our recent discoveries and proven techniques, as well as the aid of comrades near and far, I have faith that we will find a way. But only if I begin my work at once. Rest up while you can, for there will be much to do when I return.
It wouldn't do to be idle while our esteemed sorceress labors tirelessly. I shall be training if you have need of me.
Wait. Allow me to join you. I must become stronger for what lies ahead.
Fine by me. Come on then.
I shall not pass my time wallowing in despair. Using my vessel, I shall attend what preparations I may.
Asdaya is my sister, and long have I dreamed of saving her. But if I am to do so, I must be better than I have been. Blessed though I am to have you and yours as comrade, and you and yours as comrades, I cannot well ask you to lift me up every time doubt and despair creep into my heart. I won't falter again, this I swear. I will hold fast to my conviction, Picket Thunder, and I pray that you will stand with me to the last. Okay, so that completes 6.4, guys. That is the Dark Throne. Complete. Meanwhile, on the moon of the 13th.
Zeromus is risen, but not yet at full strength. It will take time before the fiend is able to breach the veil. But what is another moment on this long journey I have endured? It remains as fresh as if it were yesterday. Old friend, the memory of your passing and the pain. As I promised you then, I promise you now, they shall sing of Golbez, the hero who shattered the wheel and brought salvation to the world.
You win or you dance. Sinislack Marion. Teleport on. Nice roll it. Seeking the light. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 quests. Ah, PK Thunder, I was about to call for you. There have been developments concerning the Void Gate that I would discuss with everyone. Coincidentally, I am told you Stola will be joining shortly. I dare to hope she has made some progress in devising a way to harness the first light. Come, let us await the others in my chambers. My apologies for the delay. Think nothing of it. I pray thou art come with glad tidings. With findings well worth many sleepless nights, I am pleased to report. Let me leave it here, thank you. It's weird, my phone randomly installed a bunch of shit. Eager though I am to hear the details, I must first share tidings of my own, grave ones. Urion J has sent word from the Void Gate on Mare Lamatorum. The situation is precarious. They continue to rely upon the brands to contain the forces which would otherwise flow freely into the source. Yet, though these measures were sufficient to imprison a fragment of Zodiac for eons, against our enemies' determined onslaught they are degrading at an unsettling rate. The Loporrits are sparing no effort to sustain the brands, but 'tis only a matter of time ere they fail. Unless we act soon, there shall be no stopping Golbez from realizing his ambition. That Zeroma should so test the seal even when not at full strength. 'Tis every bit as terrible as we feared. Aye, we must needs vanquish it, to which end we require means to pierce the dark shroud. So, did you find it? A way to bring resplendent light to bear against our foe. As a matter of fact, I have. The theory was simple. We harness light from the first and channel it to the 13th. Such a feat would require us to manipulate vast amounts of energy, to say the least. And so I consulted Sid and his fellows, who rose to the challenge and produced bespoke devices, Aether transmitters. These marvelous contraptions can be placed at locations of our choosing to facilitate the flow of ether. In other words, we can use them to create ethereal currents. That such a thing could be possible. We shall first direct ether from Nabatharang, where the flood of light was halted, into the Crystal Tower. We all know from personal experience the wonders of which it is capable, wonders which suit our needs perfectly. I should mention that the structure in the Azim Steppe, which the Alligans built to redirect Aether, was also a source of its inspiration. Once we have infused the Crystal Tower with sufficient ether, we shall send it into the rift. And the Aether transmitter should guide the energy and put it like so. Or so I hope. No tests were performed. No tests we performed were close to the scale of what we ultimately seek to achieve. I cannot guarantee success. With such great minds on our side, how could we possibly fail? It would hardly be the first time we played it by ear. Hardly be the first time we played it by ear. True enough. But that's not a point of pride for me personally. Science and theory aside, we need to place one or more of these transmitters in the first, I take it. A task we must entrust to you, PK Thunder. Rest assured, I will provide you with what support I can. I wish to go as well. This world that you brought back from the brink, I would see it with my own eyes. But how dost thou intend to make the journey? In a spirit vessel. That's how you and yours managed it, yes? Void-sent summoning also sees the soul separated from flesh. This separation I can do at will. The principles are similar enough. If you aren't averse to traveling with company, I should be glad to lend Zero my vessel. Then it's settled. I shall finish preparing the transmitters and then help Zero transfer her soul. Pray see to your own preparations, and then let us reconvene at Megadunta.
Great, I'm going to bed.
Ta-ta, sir, ta-ta! Tomorrow we shall finish the Endwalker.
We'll see where we get to.
I mean, I'll finish it as long as because I'm gonna get to the dungeon today. Like, I'm not gonna obviously do the dungeon till tomorrow with you, but like that's where I'm getting to. And then tomorrow, I don't know. Did you unlock the dungeon yet or no?
Oh yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
so perfect. So I mean, we'll just do. Even if all you end up having time for is dungeon and raid. After that is 5 quests and it's over.
Yeah.
So. But anyway. Alright, sir. Well, I will sprechen Sie tomorrow.
See ya.
Bye. Your soul will be along after she has seen to Zero's soul. Let us wait here for her. Apologies for the wait. Everything went smoothly. Zero's soul is now safely within the spirit vessel. I shall have the alchemist attend to her body until she returns. The vessel I place in your care, along with the transmitters and a set of garments for Zero. I've also included instructions on how to operate the crystal tower, courtesy of Grahatia. While you're away, I'll join Urianger and the Lockharts on the moon. They'll need help should the brands fall. A fine idea. For my part, I shall continue to coordinate our efforts while I recover from my wounds. Given the task at hand, I suggest you speak with Ween. With her power over the light, she is bound to be helpful in our efforts. But ere you do that, or aught else, seek out Becklug as the first foremost authority on soulcraft. They should be able to grant Zero a corporeal form. As I recall, the old Namu was rather fond of the Cabinet of Curiosities, so that should be your first thought. That's all for me. Go forth, Warrior of Darkness, and make your triumphant return to the first. Like how it starts playing the Shadowbringers music. Missed the stars. June. Is that you, Pika Thunder? What brings you back across the rift? Explains. Honestly, first you asked me to extract a soul from a vessel, and now you tell me you have designs to channel light to another reflection. Wicked white, PK Thunder. Is nothing ever simple with you? I suppose some people can't help but find themselves at the center of world-changing events. Very well. If your home is in peril, then I shall do all in my power to aid you. While I tend to your companion, you should go and speak with Reen. By all accounts, she practically lives at the Hortorium these days. I will look for you there once I've finished. So, yeety bleedy.
Restoring the elements to the empty may allow life to flourish there once more. But that isn't enough to return the environment to the way it was. No, we need to gradually reintroduce life, beginning with plants. Not just any plants, though, but those that won't be a burden on a weakened land. Such as...
You become quite the scholar.
Oh, what a welcome surprise! It seems you caught me rambling to myself. How embarrassing. I've been studying botany, you see, hoping that the knowledge would help our work in the empty. But never mind that for now. What brings you to the Crystarium? It was my understanding that the final days were behind us.
Well, the final days are behind us, but we have a new threat, as per the usual. One threat begets another, that begets another, that begets another. Always trying to save the world.
You wish to combat this otherworldly threat with the power of light? Please, let me help. Though I've lost my connection to Hydaelyn, I can still manipulate light to a degree. If there is a chance I could save others with that power, then I have to try.
"'Tis done. Zero is now with us in the flesh. The spirit vessel I shall hold on to for operating the tower.
This will help me to make sense of the controls, will it? There's a levity in his words that wasn't there before. It heartens me to know he is well. I shall see to the preparations as per his instructions.
My thanks for your help.
Think nothing of it. That said, 'tis customary that my kind receive fitting payment for services rendered.
Not unlike we Void sent, then. In that case, you may devour some of my ether.
Are you mad? I'll do no such thing. The very suggestion is absurd.
Now, let's calm down. We all have our preferences, and I'm sure no offense was intended.
I shall attend to the tower now. The rest, I leave to you.
Zero, was it? My name is Reen. It's a pleasure to meet you.
This world isn't what I expected. While light is indeed strong here, it's not pervasive or overwhelming. Everything looks much as it does in the source.
We have the Warrior of Darkness to thank for that. If you're interested, I would be glad to show you around.
The music.
Just an ordinary sky. Ordinary and beautiful. To think that after so much loss, they could reclaim this.
Growing 6.5. I've heard something of your deeds here, of how the Warrior of Darkness fought on, despite light ravaging his very being. Had I the selfsame strength of spirit, perhaps I could have done more for my world. No, it isn't over yet. The 13th isn't beyond saving, that's why we're here. So, where to? Just lead the way. To Amarang! Let's head for Nabatharang. Since Zero can't teleport to the Aetherite there, we should probably travel by Amaro. Ah, there you are. Thank goodness I'm not too late. Lena, I take it Beck Lug told you who was here? More or less. Greetings and welcome. I am Lena, captain of the guard here at the Crystarium. Zero, is there something you require? When I learned of your plan to gather light at the Crystal Tower, I felt compelled to warn you of the potential repercussions. I know well that you would never use the tower for ill, nor without due caution. Even so, I believe I understand. Ever since the flood, light has been a source of pain and misery. Some fear it still, no doubt. Which is to say that some would be uncomfortable at the sight of it wielded as we intend. That is your concern, is it not? Precisely. It was light that nearly consumed our world. To use the Crystal Tower to harness this destructive force risks turning the tower into an object of fear. You may convince the Crystarium of the necessity of your cause, but it will not be easy to win over those outside our walls. I worry this will undermine the fragile trust we have begun to build with some communities. They may misunderstand your intentions. Tell me who they are and what misunderstandings they may have. I shall allay their concerns. Piggy Thunder and I will go with her. People know us. Our presence will put them at ease. Thank you. I realize this will delay the execution of your plans, but I see no other way. As for where to begin, I dare say Yulmore would be as good a place as any. Though ours is an amicable relationship now, we were at odds for long years. Yulmore was once ruled by a tyrant who wielded the power of light. Though he promised salvation and truth, he made slaves of his subjects, and sought to destroy any who defied him. He's gone now, thankfully, and a good man named Chai Nuss was elected mayor. Relations between our cities has improved much since then. Even so, there is a lingering rivalry between us. If the Crystarium were to harness light without warning, some Yulmorans might suspect we have ulterior motives. Thus would it be prudent to give them prior notice. If you explain that you seek to save the Warrior of Darkness's home, though, I should hope that they would give you their blessing. Once again, yours is a name that commands respect and trust in the domain of your former enemies, as it does in Garlemald. Because I'm a boss. Where else should we visit? After Yulmore, I would suggest the Rockteak of Greatwood. There you will find the Knights Blessed, a small collective which worships darkness, as well as the V's, guardians of the secrets of ancient Runka. The V's are insular and will likely not object unless the light encroaches upon their territory. The Knights Blessed, on the other hand, would greatly benefit from your assurances that your actions will not adversely affect their lives. People who worship darkness, fitting for a world all but consumed by light. Very well, we will treat with the people of Yulmore and the Knights Blessed. Here, take these whisper weeds. I will let you know when all is in readiness with the tower. Basically like link pearls. Right then, I should tend to my own tasks. Explain the situation to the people of the Crystarium and arranging for your transmitters. Yeah, transmitters to be placed here in Nabith Rang. We're truly grateful. Thank you, Lena. Come, let us head to Yulmore. Hopefully Chai Nuts will know how best to present our plan to everyone. gods, if it isn't PK Thunder, to what do we owe this pleasure? Not another world-ending threat, surely not. Surely not. Actually, we're planning a grand undertaking that may be of concern to the people of Ilmar. There's a sensitive matter about which we thought it best to consult the city's esteemed mayor. I doubt I'd ever describe myself as such. But anyway, I can tell you're up to something. The kind of something I might want nothing to do with. But regardless, I should probably know. What is it? Gathering light with a crystal tower, you say? I would be lying if I said that doesn't bring back unpleasant memories, and I believe I speak for most Ilmorans. We can hardly blame you. We have no reason to question your motives, of course, neither yours nor those of the Crystarium's leadership. A world engulfed in darkness is its corrupted inhabitants attempting to invade your own. It's rather a lot to process, but the desire to save one's home is something anyone can understand. I'm touched that you show such concern for your feelings despite the gravity of your plight. Very well. You have our support. As if there was ever any doubt. Right, let's gather the people at once. An explanation from you ought to ensure everything. And sure enough that everyone's understanding. Not so fast, dearest. If I were to reveal... The hell? Hold on, there's emergency lights outside my house. They drove down the street, so but it looked like they stopped in front of my house. I was like, I swear I didn't die. Not so fast, dearest. If you were to reveal everything at this juncture, many would be deeply unsettled, regardless of any assurances I offered. No, we need to first set the stage. Spread word of the Warrior of Darkness's plight, that he is on a mission to save his world, as he once did ours. Once the tale is common knowledge, I shall call an assembly and explain the needs to harness the power of light to a populace far more amiable to the idea. To that end, might I trouble you to speak with our citizens about your predicament? It would be more effective to hear the details from the hero himself, more likely to inspire solidarity to your cause. So we appeal to the desire to aid Warrior of Darkness to present light in a more positive light. Well played, Master Chai. If it's best that you do the talking, then we'll come with you. Fine by me. I'm content to observe. Once you have finished your rounds, I ask that you report to me. I should like to know how the people react. Lead the way, PK Thunder. We'll be right behind you. Speak with Zero so that she can accompany you. From that conversation alone, I can see that much of the people here trust you. Thanks to Euless and Thancred, I've grown better at recognizing it. What? You've met with Thancred too? I mean, right, of course you have. I don't know why I said that. Right, let's find some citizens to speak with. I suggest we start here in the canopy before heading down to the understory and then the derelicts. You're in Reed now, accompany you. Over yonder! To the strip club, yo. I used to live for the moment, not caring what might happen on the morrow, but now that we have peace, I find myself thinking about the future and feeling anxious. What? Your home is threatened with destruction? Wicked White. Why are you wasting time in a drinking hole? But as I say, I feel the sting of hypocrisy. Gods, I need to take control of my life. I need to face my troubles head on. And the same goes for you. Well, now the Warrior of Darkness and the Oracle of Light both. How may I be of service? Explains. Your enemies plot to invade your world. Having heard tales of sin eaters ravaging countless villages, your plight feels all too familiar. Come what may, I urge you to remain strong. You overcame the White Wardens, you can overcome any adversity. And for what it's worth, I'm sure everyone here would be willing to help in whatever way we can. I want to get to the dungeons. I want to get to the dungeon to unlock the dungeon. The downside is, I don't know if my body will allow that. Let's see how far we can get. Appealing to the masses. We're 4 quests away, so it's really gonna just come down to like how long each quest is. But as long as each quest isn't like ridiculously long, I think we'll be okay. Nice soil pot. You're the Warrior of Darkness. I never dreamed I'd have the honor. But why are you in Yulmore, if I may ask? Your home is in danger and you've come seeking help? If there's anything we can do for you, you need only ask. Things could be better here, of course, and we've got a long road ahead of us, but we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you and yours, and we'll never forget that. Now we gotta go to China. He's gonna be upstairs. So the people are of one mind in their desire to help. Good. Why, just earlier I overheard a conversation about how the Warrior of Darkness is seeking to save their home. Your tale is spreading quickly, and the plan has unfolded precisely as you envisioned. All that remains then is to assemble the citizens and explain PK Thunder's need to gather light. For better or worse, I'm mayor of the city. I'll do my best to win them over. Wait, aren't you... I recognize him. Yes, you're her, the young lady who saved me from Valthree. I had eaten enough meal to fall under his control, but you cured me. I wouldn't be alive today if it was not for you. Oh, I remember you too. I'm glad to see you're doing well. I only learned later that it was the Oracle of Light herself who saved me. Saved all of us. I didn't know if I'd ever get the chance to express my gratitude. I'm sure it was nothing for someone with your power, but thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. What is this meal? Basically sin eaters. I mean, food made from the light-tainted flesh of sin eaters, you say. I see, the more they ate, the more the light's corruption spread. Right, and because of that, they had become susceptible to Valthree's commands, as he could make sin eaters do his bidding. Thankfully, I was able to suppress Light's influence and free everyone from his control, and there seems to be no lingering effects. You say that as if there was some small feat. I've seen countless souls corrupted by darkness. Someone with the power to heal them would be regarded as a great figure and never know peace. My gift has been a burden. Many have suffered for it, died for it. There were times when I wished I didn't have it, when I wanted to run away from everyone and everything. But I had friends to encourage and guide me, to help me learn not just to embrace my gift, but to take charge of my life, to change my fate. And so you did just that. The people of this world are resilient indeed. That a half-void-sent like me managed to escape the flood of darkness. For all these years, I never stopped to wonder why, to wonder if I had a greater part to play. Well, perhaps this time I took charge and considered what I might be able to do for others. The answer is here in the first, and I will find it. We have no further business here. Let's move on. Where to next? Slitherbow, the home of the Knights Blessed, and the Rocktika Greatwood will explain the situation to the leader Lunar. The defiance of fate. Oh, man. Cute dress. Emperor's Bliss. Sevnarian wool autumn dress or something. The bunny chief's tights. Do you like her hairstyle too? It's not bad at all. He is under your sight for Sora as my friend. We'll be staying long in Slitherbow. Though having said that, I suspect this isn't a social call. A great plan is in motion, the Knights Blessed deserve to know. Oy. Stretchy. When you put it that way, very well. On behalf of my people, I would hear what you have to say. Explains everything in massive detail. What? Your world, Master Matoya's world, is in grave danger. Master Matoya? Yashola took another name in accordance with the custom when she lived among the Knights Blessed. They believe light taints everything that it touches, even their true names. Out of respect, don't speak hers here. You are Zero, yes? The one come from the world consumed by darkness. I struggle to conceive such a place. A pitch black pall shrouds the sky, which neither the light of the sun nor the stars can pierce. It is the opposite of what you once knew here in Norvrent. That being the case, I'm sure you can relate to our situation. All too well, you have my deepest sympathies. In order to beat back the darkness in your world, you would harness light from ours. It is a simple yet brilliant idea. Only Master Matoya could have conceived of such. That Norvrent is still in her thoughts, that we all are still. So you're not opposed to our plan. We Knights Blessed may place our faith in the dark, but we have never sought to force our beliefs upon others. If your deliverance lies in the light, then by all means avail yourselves of it. I am surprised. From what I was told of your people, I was certain you would disapprove of our methods. Do not mistake our reverence for darkness as a desire for it to be ascendant, rather. In darkness there is a peace that we seek to make our own through prayer and self-reflection. And while light may be wrought with suffering in our world, anything in excess can be harmful, even darkness, as you and yours know all too well. It is the wielder who is righteous or evil. It is the wielder who is righteous or evil, not the weapon. If you would wield light for a noble cause, then who are we to deny you? An easy thing for me to say now that the night has been restored to our world, perhaps. Nevertheless, I wish you the best in your fight, Zero. May the light shine your way in the darkness. Now then, to mark this joyous occasion, I must offer you a proper welcome to Slitherbone. You might find this interesting, Zero, if you say so. Right, let us begin with the customary greeting. Ethan, I trust you remember how to announce yourself as a friend of the blessed? Ooh, shit. I don't. I don't remember what it is. I'm probably going to say it wrong. So I'm going to say, enter Alin Tuta. Friends old and new, I bid you welcome to Slitherbone. Alin Tuta, what does it mean? In the language of Ronka, it is one of several ways one might say good evening. This greeting allows us to quickly discern friend from foe. A simple expression, but in a world bereft of night, the words held deep meaning. They were a reminder of the world as it was, when the sun and the moon and the stars yet danced across the sky, and we wished one another well as the day gave way to night. A communal tradition, so the words serve to bind us. Indeed, we are no longer strangers, you and I. Next, we shall have you cleansed of lights and purities. Present yourself to Davith in yonder room. He will be glad to assist you. There you are, your friend has just been cleansed. How do you feel? Wet, but otherwise no different. I would have been surprised if you'd said otherwise. Even so, it is customary to cleanse ourselves of light with water blessed by our priests. But you have darkness again, do you not? Why continue the custom? Why, for the same reason that it was conceived, to pray for the safety of our friends and visitors alike, as we pray for yours this morning. Safe travels, friend, and may blessed shadow keep you. Right, if that is all, let's return to Runar and see if there are any other customers that I must observe. Come, Piggy Thunder. I've undertaken the ritual. And while I can't explain it, I feel more confident than I did before, just a touch. I'm glad to hear it. With the warrior of darkness at your side, I have no doubt that you will save your two worlds. If we can defeat Zeromus, then I, the source, would be safe. But nothing would change for my own world. There would just be one less void sent to struggle over scraps with the rest. Is that so? Forgive me, I spoke out of turn. It's fine. I was under no illusion. I wish it were different, of course. You PA Thunder, can you hear me? Have you met with the people of Yomar and Raktika? Excellent. Then we may proceed to the next phase of the plan without worry. Becklug has informed me that the tower is ready to make for Nabath-Rang at your leisure. I've arranged for you to rendezvous with Kassard and Rod as well. Not only can he take you to the side of the flood, but he will also know where best to place the transmitters, given his familiarity with the route between the Crystarium and Amarang. He will be in Twine on business shortly, so I've asked him to wait for you there. We must leave at once. It's all coming together. To Twine then. Your timing can be better, PK Thunder. I've just finished up with my business here. Lena told me all. It would be my pleasure to take you to Nabath-Rang. As soon as the other helpers arrive, that is. They're supposed to be along any moment now. PK Thunder, is it really you? We understand you are faced with quite a predicament, and when an esteemed customer is in need, the merchants of Mordsuk are eager to provide. The captain bade us assist you, sir, to ensure that light is delivered to the Crystarium. Members of our guard will place transmitters in Lakeland, and the good people of Mordsuk will likewise the Hills of Amber. You need but focus on your own task in Nabath-Rang. Yet more people clamoring to help you. It'd almost be more surprising if they hadn't shown up. If everyone's ready, then let's get to work. Wait! More assistance. Heading to Nabath-Rang and didn't think to call on us. While most of our towers are still in a sorry state, we spared no effort in maintaining the trolley. And we've upgraded it. As a matter of fact, it's faster than ever and can deliver you to Nabath-Rang in no time at all. After everything you've done for us, we can't just stand idle by. Thank you, everyone with us here at the end of it. Thank you. Thank you all so much. Say we have ample help. Come, let us require our labor.
So this is the flood of light. I don't remember much of the time when darkness consumed the 13th. Just the cold and the emptiness.
Zero? Are you all right?
I'm fine. You're the one who stopped this.
Oh, no. That was the first Oracle of Light, Minfilia. She's since left us, but I inherited her power and legacy.
I see. Let's get started then, shall we?
The other transmitters are set. Whenever you're ready.
Such radiant light. It's almost too much for one steeped in darkness like me.
Whatever may have happened in the past, you're still here, Zero, alive. What you couldn't do yesterday, you might still do today.
If this power were mine to wield.
I will not succumb! Not to darkness, nor to light!
Zero! She's taken light into herself. Her body struggles to contain it. She needs help. Thank goodness. How do you feel?
Better now, I think.
Then you're very, very lucky. Whatever possessed you to do that?
I had to know if I could command the light. If I could change my fate. Once, I would never have dared to dream it. But your friendship and your trust has helped me to see new possibilities. Perhaps that's why, when I beheld this world once damned yet saved, I saw the potential for mine to be saved as well. To become a world where light and darkness are in harmony, and life flourishes. A world where we're not consumed by insatiable hunger, but filled with hope for what we might create together. If I had the strength, perhaps I could make such a dream reality. Perhaps I could awaken us from this endless nightmare. That's what possessed me.
If that's your heartfelt desire, then you mustn't be afraid to share it. There was a time when I lacked the courage. To voice my desires was to burden those I love, Or so I convinced myself. But then I met those who believed in me. They helped me to believe in myself and find the strength to live. And so long as I'm alive, I know that I'll be fine. No matter how dire things seem, no matter where I am. To be able to think that brought me peace. And it's a blessing I owe entirely to my friends.
Those who believe in us. I will remember your words. I know all too well that there's a limit to what we can achieve alone.
As a friend, I'd like to help you fulfill your dream. If you wish to take in more light, I can keep the power in check and help your body accept it.
With the power of light and dark, you'll be unstoppable.
I certainly hope so. Right then. I'm counting on you. Here I go. I can feel it. The light's warmth welling within me.
Then I believe it worked.
With this power, I will return to the void and fight for the world that once was, and for those I hold dear.
Just start tapping away. We've done our part, and I trust that the others will see the light to our destination. It's time we return to the source. I shall seek out Veclug and have them return my soul to the spirit vessel. I suppose this is it. I don't know if you had any other preparations to attend to or people to visit, but I'll go on ahead to the operator. The tower stands ready to send light into the rift, and Zero's soul is secure in her vessel once more. Our helpers across the realm have also sent word that the transmitters are in place. Once the others have been set on the moon of Zeros' world, we shall have the foundation for our ethereal current. To make matters easier, the transmitters broadcast a powerful signal that can be detected by the tower even across the rift. Upon confirming that the Void Ones are active, we will send forth the light. The rest will be up to you. We will all be praying for your success. Now go, make haste back to the source and save your worlds. Thank heaven to return. The Loporus reports that the brands are on the verge of failing. We have no time to spare. I shall restore Zero to her body at once. Ah, that's better. Worried that the soul transference process might affect the light I absorb, but it feels as potent as before. The radiance of your soul was impossibly blinding. I don't know how you would have managed without Reen's help. While Reen helped me to contain the light, it was you, all of you, who gave me the courage to even attempt. Your friendship, your acceptance, it includes the people who first, the nice lesson you take to show great kindness, as did Runar. His only regret seems to be that he could not join us. The regret we share ours is a reunion long overdue. If all is in readiness, then I will assume my dragon form and fly to the moon. In the meantime, pray make your own way to the drowning ground. There we shall reconvene before sailing forth once more unto the void. We're on the quest like right before it, so we've made really good progress today. Time to take the fight to the enemy, is it? The darkness has been utterly relentless, gnawing at the seal like I might on an iron carrot. Strike fast and hard because you won't get another chance. As a precaution, we further enhanced the combat supporters. You don't need to worry about us while you're away. I shall maintain my vigil over the brands. Pray, see that thou art ready to depart as soon as Brecha and the others have assembled. May the light shine the way to victory and deliver you all safely home. The dark pall over the crater has grown thicker, and on The other side lies Golbez's domain. He'll have altered the terrain to hinder us. I don't sense his presence, but I wager he is in the crater. It would be ideal if he were. I shall hurry and place the transmitters. Once they are activated, our cross-rift ethereal current will be established, and the light will flow freely from the first, in theory, at least. It will work. It must.
All is in readiness. Without further ado, then. Light from beyond the rift, shine forth and banish the darkness.
Excellent. The tower is replete with light from the Bath Areng. Commencing transmission! It works! It works! Light is flowing into the void!
May this light illuminate your way.
You can do it, Zero. I believe in you.
Look, an opening.
It worked. Let us waste no time and sally forth. Alas, I fear the breach may be too narrow for you, Vritra.
For a blessing, I prepared my simulacrum for such an eventuality.
My true form shall stand guard here while we explore the chasm. Tis faint, but I sense the presence of a dragon. No doubt my sister's essence trapped within Zeromus. Not where she was held captive before, but somewhere much deeper.
The descent will not be so easy this time. The chasm swarms with void scent.
Summoned by Golbez, perhaps, or born of the residual darkness.
However they came to be, we shall cut a path through them. Is everyone ready? Zero?
That light should shine in the void once more.
No single one of us could have made it so. Only by joining hands were we able to kindle this light.
Do you see, Golbez? We needn't damn others to save ourselves. You knew this once, surely, when you tried to befriend me. When you were one of the precious few left willing to trust in another. But that man is gone. And in his place, a mockery of his beliefs. It's the same as before. Though we walk different paths, we seek the same destination. And yet... there is something I must know. A truth that lies waiting in the dark.
Rest assured, I will not let my emotions overwhelm me. When the moment comes, I will call to my sister, and I will wrest her free from Zeronis. The crater awaits. Woe betide any who bar our path. Subterranean, now accessible. Okay. I am going to teleport us somewhere safe. And that's gonna do it for today, guys. 6 quests. Freaking 6, guys. 6. And it is over. That is all that is left, guys. 6 more quests, and Endwalker is done, and the goal that we set will be completed. Once Endwalker is done for PK, I will probably not be streaming, because a lot of what I'll be streaming is going to be on Tentali. Like, I might go live, but I mean, there's not going to be story, there's not going to be nothing like that. It's just going to probably be doing dungeons, be doing raids, me doing fates, doing things that I need to do to finish up what I need to finish up for prepping Tentali for Dawn Trail. That being said, again, my timer is janked right now, and I do apologize for that. It is not 4 hours and 24 minutes until Dawn Trail. It is 10 days, 4 hours, 24 minutes. That being said as well, there is some things that I need to do on Tentali tomorrow. As an example, I gotta prep a book. I at least gotta pick it up. I may not be able to prep it because it takes time to prep a book. But it'll at least get picked up, to say the least. Because for those who don't know, the books that you get, the unending journals that you can get, not unending journals, what are they called? Wondrous Tales. Yeah, Wondrous Tales. Those books, when you turn them in, just for completing the nine of the X amount of objectives in it, it gives you half a level, guaranteed. So 90 to 91 or 80 to 81. So my goal is to get the book, and you can hold one book for 2 weeks. So it'll be perfect timing before Dawn Trail with her. I'm gonna get it, I'm gonna complete it, I'm gonna go probably unlock Pictomancer, turn the book in as Pictomancer to give it half a level from 80 to 81. You'll get half that first level, get another book, finish it, turn it in again, and Pictomancer will be 81. And then I can really start dungeoning. I can really start doing the things I need to do as Pictomancer. The biggest thing I'm going to be doing as Pictomancer is I am going to probably jump into Palace of the Dead. I don't know if I've ever shown you guys Palace of the Dead. But Palace of the Dead is what's called a deep dungeon. You start out at level 1 and you work your way up to level 60, I think is Palace of the Dead. And then from 60 on, you're basically just going through the floors that are there. The reason why I do Palace of the Dead myself is it starts you at level 1. You can learn the class as you go. You can also do what a lot of other people do. They just jump themselves into a dungeon, or they go find a striking dummy, things like that to try to learn their class. All ways are valid, don't get me wrong. I like the Palace of the Dead way because I can learn my class up to level 60. And then from 60 to 70, I can jump into Heaven on High if I want to, which is another deep dungeon. And then the levels from 70 to 80, I just have to kind of figure out. And then from 80 plus, I'll be actually playing the class, so I'll be able to figure it out fairly easily at that point. But anyway, guys, until the next time, we will see y'all hopefully tomorrow with the ending and the conclusion to PK's journey of Final Fantasy XIV: A Realm Reborn, going from A Realm Reborn, not A Realm Reborn, I'm sorry, just Final Fantasy XIV Online, going from A Realm Reborn all the way through Endwalker. I do need to still do the VODs for A Realm Reborn. I know I've kind of been behind on that. I'll get to those when I get to those. A Realm Reborn is not my favorite. It takes forever. But we have been going back and doing New Game Plus to make it up since we lost the VODs to that. But yeah, anyway guys, thank you all so much for being here through this shenanigan of a journey, and we'll see y'all tomorrow for the conclusion.